Well, I thought stock of the day today, one that has been absolutely mauled, is Bubs. And they had an update out today saying they're on track to meet all regulatory milestones for permanent access to the US market. This as it tips full year revenue stateside to come in at the upper end of guidance between $20 and $22 million. Company is waiting for FDA's written audit compliance report in the coming weeks. Let's see how the stock is doing today. And as you can see, off a very low base, it is up a little bit. Michael Wayne, Bubs, all sorts of pain at the moment. Will this news turn it around?
It has today. Whether or not it continues remains to be seen. I think investors have been starved for some positive information coming out of this business, and this is probably the first step in that direction. Essentially undertaking a strategic review of their whole business, mainly their operations going into China. They have had some board turmoil in recent times, which certainly hasn't helped things. Founder
and chief executive out.
So effectively, they're conducting this review. They've got this large customer out of China called AZ Global, which by the sounds of it essentially helps them distribute into the Chinese market. But what it has caused for the business is a big build-up in stockpiles and inventory. And that has created a bit of headaches for the company as well. Look, it's not a company that we own. I'll need to see a lot more positive signs coming out of this business before I was tempted to get involved. The chart looks horrendous as well.
Look at that chart. It was riding the China wave, wasn't it? 2018, 2019. Then the trade war started, then COVID started, and it's been downhill through COVID because they couldn't do many exports as well. And the blip up about a year ago was when they went in as the saviour to the US, didn't they?
Yeah,
because
that's right.
The biggest baby formula manufacturer had some contamination issues, and even Joe Biden wrote Bubs a letter and mentioned them in a press conference saying they were coming to the rescue of American babies.
Yeah, that was a big boost for them in the short term.
Yeah.
But there's been so many cycles with this infant milk formula sector overall. You have to go back around 2016, 2015 when you had Bellamy's, A2 Milk, Bubs sort of listed around that time. That was really the hype stations for that sector overall. And really you'd have to say that it's never really lived up to all that hype and all that big billing.
Carl, what's your view on the Bubs news? You wouldn't even look at the chart in that condition, would you?
Yeah, I mean, do you want me to really sugarcoat this one, Koshi? I mean, it just looks terrible, and it's a great example of why technicals do matter. I heard on this show earlier in the week, Koshi, that technicals don't matter.
Oh, who from?
Oh, well, maybe go back and check the tapes.
Oh, okay. Who was it? Come on.
It was Gaurav.
Gaurav. Oh, okay. Yes.
But I just think if you can't, I'm sure Gaurav's very good at what he does, but if you can't do the same detailed research that Gaurav does to understand, the valuations of a company, then the chart is the next best thing that anybody can do. Anybody can look at a chart and say that, well, look, right now, whatever I might think about it, the market doesn't like it. And just because the market doesn't like it now doesn't mean it won't like it in a few months. And, I can come and look at it when it starts to go back up. And I don't mind missing out a little bit. I don't have to buy things at the bottom all the time. I mean, if it's 15 cents and I have to buy it at 25 cents because it's starting to turn back up in the trend, that's okay. I'd rather do that than buy it at 15 and see it go to zero, which is an outside possibility for this, because as you said in the start, they've just got so many problems at the moment.
Yep, okay.